right. Welcome guys. Just gonna do a video here, a breakdown of the account as we just got the first episode of our dailies uploaded. And I want to just kind of walk through and take everybody through the process that we will be going through in the game. So, that being said, once this load, there we go. Once this loads on up, we will get on to it. So we're gonna come over here, collect our things real quick, but I want to take you guys and walk you guys through the farming path that we are going to be going on, um, and really just kind of what the plan for this account is. So to give you guys a breakdown, this here is a alternate account for me. I'm currently running a 5.5 million GP account over in another guild. Um, Yeah, so I'd say, I've been at the game for about 4 to 5 years now, which I'd say gives me some license to say I understand the game a bit, right, and I have some knowledge about how it all works. So that being said, we're gonna get into it. As we do, I'm gonna go through my dailies here. But this account here is really built around fleets, right? So we go down here to ships. This is our bread and butter, all right? This is where our main focus is. I would have a 7-star Hans Millennium Falcon if I had a where is it? Come on. Da da da. 7-star capital ship. We do not have one. Um, that's okay. All right, it is okay because we're making it by right now. And really, these 6 stars are six, and even our 5-star malevolence is getting us really what we need. So to start off, we're going to start with our farm, hard node farms, which is going to be our outrider right here. Because eventually down the road, what I want to do is I want to work towards profundity, right? And the reason I chose profundity is CLS was our first starting team, and CLS gets you Han and Chewie. Han and Chewie are both the pilots for the Millennium Falcon, which is a very necessary ship for the profundity, right? So we got Han and Chewie right there with the Falcon. And then as you can see, our rebels are kind of there. They exist. But right now, our bread and butter that's getting us through this is going to be Geo Spy, Geo Soldier, Hyena Bomber, Sunfac, Vulture Droid. Right? Those are our 5 main ships. And then we got Houndstooth here because it's just a very big cornerstone of the game. Right? So this is our character account, or characters on the account. And see, we got pretty decent unlocks. We could probably take IG to, could we? Let's see. So we could take him to 11 if we wanted to, but it's not really something this account is looking to do right now. Whoops. So that being said, where's this account going, right? So as I said, Geonosians are one of our main offensive teams in Grand Arena. So is CLS, which I think might be switching to defense here soon once we get back into 5v5. Uh, Otherwise, we rely on our Galactic Republic, our bounty hunters. Um, and then if you come up here with me, we have our other two defensive teams. We have our Jedi Knight Revan, which is right here, and we have our General Grievous, right? Now, I know you guys see T3 here, and so what our goal with this account is to focus both on fleets, and we want to make the most of all of our farms, right? Starting right here with Wampa. So if we go, we'll start with our hard node farms, right? So B1 is the only separatist healer in the game besides Wat Tambor. Wat Tambor requires geos. Requires two things. It requires a good guild with geos, and it requires time. Right. So that being said, we need B1. All right. And part of the reason we need B1 is because eventually we're going to want to get gas. Right. So we need General Grievous up because we're running the Malevolence fleet. We want B1 because B1 works absolutely fantastic with General Grievous. And we're going to take B1 to Relics because we need him for gas. Right? So very simple, straightforward there. Same thing here with B2. right? Actually, we don't need. We're not going to go get those shards. We got those projects. So B2 is one of those ones that we will end up getting out of the guild store, right? In this account. Right now our focus is on picking up Jin Urza. Yeah, Jin Urzo out of the farm. Because that's going to really gear us towards our next steps. And I believe we have one more hard node farm. Where'd Mara Jade go? So as you can see, you got Mara Jade, Darth Talon, Dash from Dar all right here. Surprise, surprise, we will be chasing Star Killer on this account as the next big journey. Okay, so we kind of got our bases covered here and what teams are bringing up. All right, there's a list I have called the Big Seven. All right, and what the Big Seven is it is the core 7 teams you need to stabilize your account. And you don't need all of them, all right? You don't need all of them to relics. But what it is 7 teams you're going to take up 2 relics, right? Like relic 5, all right? You're going to so you can use them in CPIT. They're now TW effective, right? And you will want to kind of mix up light side and dark side, right? So I have chosen to go with I'm building 4 of them essentially, right? We have our Jedi Knight Revan team here that's in the works. We are finishing up CLS right here with Chupio, right? General Grievous is going to be our next farm, right? And for that, we're actually going to take T3 up with it because we need T3 to get Malik anyways. And T3 has some really nice bonuses in here that I think are underutilized. Um, Particularly, you come over here like Master Gearhead. Hey, we're going to, even at the 7th version or 7th level, right? He has 100% defense penetration. All right, that's nice. He has 75% chance to inflict target lock for 2 turns on a random enemy who does not have it. So he is spreading target lock on his turn automatically, right? And then the other thing he's going to do is that defense penetration he has, he's going to give it to other droids, right? So that means General Grievous will now be putting out a lot more damage because he is able to go by the defense, right? So, and then this just gives the uh, potency and critical chance for other droids, which is really big with General Grievous, right? Because Grievous now is critically hitting more often, and he already is an absolute damage monster once you get him to relics, right? This buff dispel, big, big, big thing, all right? Especially if you're not running B2, that's really nice. Also removes some turn meter and inflicts critical chance and offense down, all right? And that's going to make your team more durable. Repair kit is the other big thing while you do not have B1, and it's a cleanse, which is something that you don't find on a General Grievous team very much because either what happens is you get a Darth Revan team where they're going to take out Magna Guard right away, right? General Grievous is going to get the Death Mark, and then he's going to get the Fear, and then he's in trouble, right? And Magna Guard is really your only cleanse on the team that you typically have. So to have this right now is really nice. And hey, you recover 50% protection, 50% or 50% health and protection, and gain critical hit immunity and offense up. Big, 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 big deals, right? That is absolutely amazing, right? And I think the only thing that T3 really lacks in this game is offense, right? And some durability, but that's okay. All right. Inflictability block, another great thing. All right, has target lock, can't be resisted. All right, well, GG loves target lock, right? So we're gonna because we need to get T3 up for Malik anyways, right? For the Malik event, we're gonna bring him up for that, right? Um, and I think what we're gonna do with a lot of these older public characters, so T3 Mission Zalbar, we're going to take them to gear 12. We're just going to park them right there at gear 12. They're going to be really nice. T3 is going to do his thing. He doesn't need to be at relics, right? It's not a team worth investing in for the long term, and that's the biggest thing, right? Old Republic is not a team that really does great things, right? I know they got Territory Battles Omicron. It is essentially useless because with the new TB in that middle zone, you can use any team you have or want. All right, so it's not worth it, right? But General Grievous, on our defense right now, especially in 3v3, we are running T3. This he's 7 stars, high gear, high ability levels, right? And then we're also running IG, right? So as I said, so we got our core teams that we're building, right? We're about to finish CLS here with Chupio, right? We got our farms, hard node farms done for the day. So that means we get to come in here and start hitting that gear, right? And so where does that land us on this, right? So we're going to buy this gear real quick because that's going to complete it. And then we are going to go way back over here, and we're going to start hitting these. All right. There we go. I slide it all the way out. So what I've done is I have decided to essentially build 4 of the core teams. Now, the one exception to taking them all to relics is Geos, right? That you really only need them WOT ready, and the ones you want at relics are GBA, right? So Geo Brood Alpha, you want Poggle, or not Poggle, sorry. GBA, Sunfac, Soldier, and Spy. All right. So, and when you see me go down there, you will see that the only one that doesn't have a relic on him is Sunfac, right? And it's just where he's at is getting me by, and he does what he needs to do. And in fact, in my fleets, I rarely even use him, right? My starting lineup requires these guys, and these here, as they are, they will roll through WOT. I've had no issue getting WOT shards so far. I'm sure if I threw a relic on Sunfac or I threw a couple more relic levels on Brood Alpha or on Soldier or on Spy, it's going to be a cakewalk. I can just put on auto and run, right? So, as I said, Star Killer's next. What is that going to do for us? One, it's going to build out a few teams, okay? Because we have our Jedi Knight Revan here. All right, so CLS is about done. That's team 1. Geos are done. That's team 2. After that, we're going to Jedi Knight Revan. That's going to be team 3 of the 7 core teams, right? Team 4, going to be Grievous, and then we're going to move on to Star Killer. Now, the other core teams are going to be Empire, right? So Empire team is really, really good. It's Darth Revan, right? Um, I'm trying to think of who the last one is. I want to say it. Oh, and it's Padme, right? But we aren't. I got Padme where they were so that the fleet would work for the time being. And then once we move on to the stage of actually going after gas, then I'll move Padme up to the relic spot, right? Her and her team, right? And that'll be great. And the one thing you'll notice is at no point in this am I focusing on a galactic legend. All right, coming over here with me, right? Right on over here. All right. These guys, they are not for you early game players. They are not. If you want to rush them right away, great. That is your choice, right? But personally, as an experienced player, when I rushed for SLKR, after barely having any relics, I think I had a relic on Vader and on Mission, right? And I barely managed to get Malik. This was the next thing I did, and I rushed him hard. And that is one of the toughest things for me when it came to GAC is I had one team that would do really, really good, and I had to save them for offense because I had to fight the enemy gas, right? Gas was a big thing at the time too. And I had no fleshed out teams. I was sitting on mostly gear 11, gear 10, maybe some gear 12s, right? And that's really what held that account back is I didn't put the investment into the teams that needed them, right? Heck, my CLS, I think, is the whole team is still sitting under gear 12. I think I maybe took Han the other day up, right? Just because I had some extra gear. Now on that account, I'm doing some different things and some different paths for a reason because the guild is making a push towards C-Pit, so I'm going to try and build Jedi Master Kenobi, right? Now, for you newer players, you need to build those starting teams I mentioned. General Grievous, Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan, CLS, Empire is another great one, easy to farm, right? Padme and Geos. Geos are a big one. If you want to get into a good guild right off the bat, you need to have your Geos either up or at least starred. And tell the guild you're going to farm them, right? You're going to put the gear into them to get them ready for what? Now, part of that is you actually need to do it as well. As a recruiter myself, that's one thing I look for when it comes to our guild. We're a guild that runs, dark side geo, light side geo. And if you're coming into that with your geos already built or mostly built, you catch, higher guild size, right? We're 150 million GP guild. That's a very, very big thing. So get your geos up. If you follow any of my farming guides, that is the biggest. You'll see that very, very commonly on a lot of my guides is the geos are king. And why are geos king? So as I mentioned that this is a very fleet focused account, right? We're chasing Star Killer, and part of the reason we're chasing Star Killer is that's going to take us into it's going to build up a Mon Mothma rebel team, right? Which is needed for the profundity, right? So after we get Star Killer, we're going to go into Darth Revan, okay? After we get Darth Revan, we're going to go, which gets us Juhani for Star Killer, which makes him very, very good in territory battles, right? Kind of seeing the connections here. Then that's going to take us into Malak. Great. We have our Darth Revan built. We have our Old Republic built to Gear 12 already. And we have our Jedi Knight Revan team, the whole team. We're going to get Jedi Knight Revan, Jolie, Yoda, Bastila Shan over here, Kenobi. We're going to get them all up to Gear 12, sorry, not Gear 12, Relic 5. And we're going to crush the Malak event because we're going to have enough damage to just roll on over it all, right? We're gonna walk out with a 5-star Malik. We're saving our get only for the characters. So I got Wampa right here, 7 stars. I have Hoda on the way, right? That's one thing we can go back and check. Is Hoda, Hermit Yoda is, we've started on him. Oops. Right there. A little over halfway to unlock, right? And then by the time we're even ready for any of that, he's going to be done and we're going to be saving for Malik, right? And then after that, we're going to go right into Profundity. And why are we going to go into Profundity at that point? Because as a free to play, well, this account isn't free to play. I will say that off the bat. I have spent on the hyperdrive and I've spent to get my geos right away. If you want my 2 cents on what to spend on, everybody says, hey, get your Imperial Troopers up right away. No. My personal preference is get your geos up, all right? Get the bugs up because that is going to carry you into fleet, right? But the reason we need all this time before we go into the profundity, yes, there may be new ship meta, great news, you can chase it right on afterwards, is, when you get there, man, this thing scrolls so slow, is that you have all those crystals sitting there in Fleet Arena, right? So, or no, sorry. This is why, because you need droid bearings, which is 1,500 crystals apiece, and I believe you need 20 of those for Relic 9. And we're going to need 3 sets of this, right? I'm at 18 out of the 60 I need, so we're a quarter of the way there, but I still need to save up the crystals to get that, right? And in order to do that, I need time, all right? And the biggest thing in time is I need to be winning our GAC matches. And if we come on over here, right, this is part of the planning, is Geos are the best starting fleet. And then why do you need Geos? Because you're going to get Malevolence right away out of that store I showed you with Hermit Yoda, right? So you come on over here, you come up here to prizes, and look at that. Big pop of crystals, right? Currently with my relic or my 5-star Malevolence, right? My 7-star team, my 2 relics, right, on Spy and Soldier, I am able to climb right here consistently, and some days with enough time, I'm able to get right on up here and get that nice 200 crystal income. That being said, let's come over here to matches and see what we can do. All right, and especially having this what was I gonna say? Team here. Big things you want to look for is Empire fleets. A lot of people are building Empire fleets because they're rushing Sith Eternal, right? They probably got TIE Bomber up. They might be rushing Executor, so they get TIE Bomber up. They have TIE Fighter. They have Darth Vader done, the TIE Advanced. So biggest thing, these Empire fleets, man, that's fleet food for you. If you're building Geos, you are going to crush it, right? And the reason you do that is because all these assists you're gonna get. All right, give us that buff immunity. He dodged. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this right here, and that's gonna put this debuff bug droids or buzz droids on everyone. Not worried about that. That's okay. See, we got a brand new one right there. Come on over here. We do that, and we're gonna call some people to assist. All right, and then that overcharge right there is really good because it's giving us extra defense and extra offense. Anakin is going to keep taking hits because he's got the buzz droids on him. We're going to go put some more buzz droids over there. And we're going to try and hit Anakin, see if we can get these guys to assist. Boom, Anakin's gone. All their damage that they had just went out the window. Right, Anakin is your biggest threat because he pumps out so much damage. All right. We're going to do this. If we're lucky, we're going to get Ahsoka out of here. Bingo. All right. So she's got the taunt. We're going to call everybody to assist. She's gone. There is no more damage on this team that's going to be effective whatsoever. All right. Boom. And gone. Right. Next thing we do, now we're going after Houndstooth. Right. And we do this. We're going to put that stun on him. And we're just going to keep trying to get stack our overcharges. Right. And more stacks, more stacks. Ooh, that did not feel nice. Yeah, they really don't like soldiers in there. That's okay though. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call in our own Houndstooth. Alright? And he's gonna taunt for us. Alright? We're going to put those buzz droids everywhere. And we're gonna call everybody in on this assist over there. Alright. Can we get no buff immunity? I'll be honest, it really stinks when that happens, but that's alright. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna try and get some attacks over here. Good. Alright, so let's clear it off of. No, we're just gonna pump some Terminator, give him some overcharged. The reason we give him because he's gonna be a big damage dealer. He assists a lot, right? Boom, boom. All right, so they do all that right there. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna try and hit, and all we need now is just for Malevolence to get his ultimate off. All right, we're not gonna use that yet. We gotta wait for that. Boom. No more protection. All right, and then this is where we just run through. We have a great day. All right, so even if you can't rush through and beat the team that you're facing right off the bat, like, and there goes Houndstooth. Like, everybody going in at him, he's gone. He was gone before that happened. Vader is stunned, and now Vader's dead. Great, we win. So if you can play the long game and you can get to your Malevolence's ultimate, you're going to stun the enemy team, you're going to get rid of all that protection. Houndstooth isn't a big deal, right? The biggest thing that I showed you there is we just had to get rid of the damage on the enemy team, right? This is Malevolence food, all right? Easy, 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 all right? What else? So, like I said, so Starkiller's up next. It's going to bring us a bunch of great teams. We can hop over here into my characters because I have it organized. So after we finish all this up here, we're going to come over here into our squads and we're going to start working on our Starkiller. All right. Look at this. All right. Already great work going on here. Mon Mothma is already up and running in terms of stars, so I don't need to farm anybody there. I can just start throwing some gear on Kyle and Mon Mothma and all these guys and get them up and up and up and up. Following that, we can go right on over here to the Empire because they'll probably be the next ones done. Just gotta get Royal Guard, Mara Jade up, right? That's really, really easy. And this team is so good, especially in territory battles and in GAC. This is going to be a great offensive team. Or with Mara Jade and how she works, they're going to have to bring a CLS in. And even then, it will probably be tough. We're getting these guys done because we want a really good team for light side Geo, and that's what that's going to fill in. We're going to get these guys up because Traya Omicron, as everybody I'm sure has heard, is absolutely bonkers in GAC. And then if we can, and we have some time on our hard node farms before going for Darth Revan, we're going to try and get these guys down here done because Dash Rendar throws Omicron on will absolutely smack around a Jedi Master Luke, right? And so you don't need all these GLs in order to do well in the game. You don't need to do it. Darth Revan, when you get him to Relic 5, you get your Marauder up, Sith Marauder up, you get your Sith Empire Trooper, you get Bastila and you get Malik, all of them up to Relic 5. You're going to go on into Challenge Rancor Raid, and you're going to be doing 1.5 million damage. Kid you not. Done on my main account. I have that team up. It's a 1.5 million damage team. It is well worth the investment, even for CPIT, right? So do not think going into this that you need a Galactic Legend. I'm going to be documenting all my progress here on this account. I already have an episode for last night's farms done. I'm going to be having this here is going on for you guys. We're going to go take Bastila Shan here up to gear 12. Big win right there. Boom. And gear hungry. Look at that. Only thing shares with Mace Windu. That's all right. Not too worried about him right now. Great. Right? Gear 12 already has a piece of gear on her. This is going great. So, uh, that's my biggest thing. That's my breakdown in the account is we're focusing on fleets. We're going to go get Starkiller because he's going to help us fill in some requirements. You know, we need Mon Mothma already for the profundity. So let's get Starkiller on the way. Let's get some more teams for our GAC, right? And for other areas of the game. We're going to help out our guild by getting them at Mon Mothma and GOTB. Empires are going to roll through on Dark Side, right? So those are just things to think about, and I want to show you guys how my thought process is working, and that's my thoughts. One of the big things too, do not miss out on your mods, right? Biggest thing I'm doing right now is I am working on mods as I take the characters up, right? Or at least trying to, right? You might fall a little behind, just throw some mods on, you'll get to them when you need to. Wampa, you're all set. You don't need to be up here anymore other than that relic level, right? So you guys take care. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this explains a lot, especially in my thought process. If you have any questions, join me on the Discord, right? Tag me, ask your questions away. I'm always here to help, right? If you like the work I'm doing, please go over to Patreon and support me over there. Thanks for your help, guys. Bye.